You can motivate people or set a good example even when you have no idea about it. So straighten your back, everybody's watching. Recently, something really magical happened to me that proved I'm literally on the right track doing this project. All of a sudden, I realized and saw with my own eyes how my simple, small actions can help someone else. I go jogging in a park almost every morning. It's already been a year since I took my first step side by side with my ex-best friends, a shortness of breath and 10 extra kilos. Not only did I start to gradually turn from a beached whale to a slippery sardine, but I also picked up a good habit to make plans for a day during workout. So I'm extremely focused on my own stuff and not watching around. But once, maybe half of a year ago, I threw a look at a woman with a broken leg in a cast, sitting on a bench and smoking. I wouldn't have paid much attention if I hadn't noticed how she was hiding a small bottle of something in her glove. It looked like a cognac or whiskey at 8 a.m. I didn't raise an eyebrow to judge her, just an observation. A woman with a broken leg hides she is drinking in the morning. Days were passing by and I kept meeting her in the park and watching how she, little by little, started walking again around the same bench, but constantly with a small bottle hidden in the glove. Probably something really terrible had happened to her, maybe not, and she had just become addicted. It wasn't my business at all. Only when I approached her, making a new circle around the park, did she turn her eyes away. Women don't need to talk sometimes, they understand everything without words. I just knew she was observing my transformation, and I also knew she realized that I was observing hers. I couldn't help noticing how she'd changed. She looked more pathetic than enigmatic. Her face had become swollen, her faraway look exposed that she wasn't able to distinguish reality from a drunk fantasy. The vicious circle of her morning routine went into a downward spiral. How could I help her? No way whatsoever. Since one doesn't want to change, no one and nothing can change it. And I literally turned and ran away from her, deliberately, cynically showing off strong legs. Little did I know it would be game-changing. Some time ago, on Saturday, I went to a swimming pool located at the center of the same park. It was 8 a.m. and I was the only quiet young girl in the water surrounded by unhurriedly floating grandmas in ridiculous shower caps. I made a U-turn at the end of the lane and noticed someone looked familiar heading into the water. When I recognized her in with swim cap and suit, I was simply jaw-dropped and barely stayed afloat. She was looking around like a newcomer, later chose a lane next to mine and started swimming towards me. And then she beamed. I don't know either how she had recognized me in my cap, but when we approached each other for the very first time, she looked straight into my eyes and confidently said, "Hello, thank you." I swear, I saw such gratitude I didn't expect to get, and I saw such a beauty in this woman, basking in the golden sunshine going through the windows and the turquoise surface of the water. We didn't say a word to each other after that, but deep down I knew we both got everything without any further ado. It's already been more than 2 months, and I haven't seen her in the park anymore.